Sure. Yeah. Now, what about volunteers? Do you use volunteers?
We do use volunteers, and we particularly at this point need volunteers who do have a bachelor's degree, whether from this country or from another country. And then we provide free training to the volunteers, and we then match them with adult learners who especially want a tutor as opposed to a class.
Okay. So they need to have a bachelor's degree, at least, not necessarily being certified as teachers.
Definitely not. They do not need to be certified as teachers. We provide the training that gives them the opportunity to tutor without being a certified teacher.
What are you looking for tutors in, to tutor what subjects?
Well, math particularly right
Yes,
now, I have to say,
absolutely.
because one of the most difficult parts of the GED is math, and there are many tutors who read, write, and feel very comfortable doing that. So if there's anybody listening who wants to volunteer to tutor in math, but also reading, writing, speaking, listening.
What kind of commitment do you expect from a volunteer?
We ask for a 6-month commitment, and from a volunteer, we ask for 3 hours a week, usually in 2 1.5-hour sessions. And the reason for a 6-hour commitment is because we have adults who have said, we want assistance, we want help. We want to be able to pass the GED, we want to be able to learn English as a second language, and we don't want to let them down. So the time commitment is really important.
I was wondering, you're an ESL teacher.
Yes.
I was wondering, how difficult is it to teach ESL to an adult? I mean, I'm familiar with ESL taught to children. That's not a major thing. I mean, you know, kids are like sponges. You know, they pick up things and they learn, they remember. I guess they don't have any other worries, you know. Adults, on the other side, sometimes, you know, have difficulties, especially learning a new language.
Absolutely. We try to teach real-life applications for our ESL learners. We try to get them to see the value in learning the language and how it can help them move beyond just not knowing and staying within their community. We try to empower them to move beyond that by teaching how to fill out applications, how to live within their community and move beyond just not knowing English. We try to show them how valuable it is to know both languages. And once they realize, wow, I can really succeed at a higher rate or a quicker pace, then they realize this is important. So they do become very, very receptive to our lessons.
Well, you know, one benefit that I can think of, a lot of these folks, adults, have children who are still in school. Now, in a sense, you know, there's an unfairness here because the typical Anglo child, and I say Anglo meaning English speaking. I don't mean necessarily white or, you know, any other color. I'm talking strictly from the linguistic point of view. But the typical Anglo child gets a lot of help from the parents with homework and discipline in studying, you know, reading, doing the lesson, whatever. A lot of immigrant parents are here because they need the bread, you know. They came here because they were poor. A lot of them could not get jobs, you know, back home, so they migrated or immigrated to this country. They don't have a high level of education, and I'm speaking of my own parents, you know, for example. And they cannot, because they don't have the knowledge sufficiently to help their kids with algebra, with chemistry, they just don't. You know, so they don't even know the language. So, you know, what you're doing, teaching them English, I would imagine helps them then to help their own children.
That's exactly what the family literacy program is about. It's about teaching the student, the adult, and teaching them how to teach their children. So they're able to do that with the family literacy program. We teach them interactive literacy activities. We teach them other ways to interact with their student ages up to age 8. So
You go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, and the issue is not just one for immigrants who need to learn English as a second language.
Right.
Many of the parents who are English speaking come to us because they want their children to have a better life. So yes, they're looking for a job and they're looking to better themselves, but they also want to be able to support their children. And one of the first things we ask all of our adult learners is, what are your goals? Why are you coming? What do you want to do, so we can help have that happen?
You have a brand new center that you just opened recently, because I remember I was invited to the open house. What is the address of it? Where is that located?
So it's located at 399 Market Street, which is the corner of 4th and Market, only a block away from the subway line. And it just offers wonderful opportunities to adults who come to us.
Give us, you have a website that has a lot of information.
Yes.
Give us the address of the website, and also, since a lot of people don't have computers, give us a telephone number people can call to get additional information.
So the website is www.centerforliteracy, all one word, .org. And the phone number is 215-474-1235.
Okay, the services are free, and you're looking for volunteers. So anybody looking for services, in literacy, to help your education or to volunteer, please call that number and or go online. Don't go away. We're gonna take a break, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. So please hang in there.